Hi, my name is Donna Swanson. I'm the Executive Director at Focus Alternative Learning Center. We are a specialty organization that works with kids and individuals on the autism spectrum. And today you are going to see our first show of Focus on Autism. And we have a sample of our Spectrum Unplugged panel. And my co-host for these shows will be Lucas Hofstetter.
Nice to meet all of you. Welcome to Focus on Autism. Thanks for joining us.
Lucas is going to do a little bit of an introduction. You're going to find out all about autism from our hearts and our souls, and we are going to give a little bit of a definition that we use for autism. We're not going to be using a lot of the language. It's what you're going to be hearing is a down-home kind of grassroots kind of a story about how we feel about autism and being on the spectrum. So, Lucas, would you like to give a little explanation of how we define being on the autism spectrum?
Certainly. Thanks, Donna. Well, for those of you who aren't familiar with the spectrum, and even for those of you who are, the autism spectrum is a rainbow of sorts. It's a rainbow of creative wiring and social challenges. It encompasses a range of alternative ways of processing and interacting with the world around us. And as with any rainbow, no two points on the autism spectrum are exactly the same color. Each individual shows his or her creative wiring in a different way. That's a key point there. Now, in general, those on the spectrum face challenges in the areas of being understood and understanding others, as well as developing social and life skills, processing and completing tasks that are given to them, and especially forming and maintaining positive and fulfilling relationships. That's a key one there. The type and combination of these challenges differ drastically from one individual to the next, but it's important to remember that no matter what the diagnosis, autism is treatable. With proper and consistent interventions that are based on the individual's needs, it's possible for those on the spectrum to achieve independence and self-sufficiency and develop positive, healthy, and long-lasting bonds with others.
And I like to think about autism as a biologically based relationship disorder, and that's where our biggest problems come in, is in having relationships, maintaining relationships, and understanding the world and having the world understand us. I have some of our favorite guests here, and we're going to talk a little bit about what our high points about being on the autism spectrum are and what our low points are. But first of all, and I think we're going to end with calling the top 7, because I think that will be a kind of a fun way to end it. And we are here we want to have some fun. We also want to be able to give you the information straight from the source. So I would like to introduce Alex. And Alex over there, Alex, you want to raise your hand? Hi, how are you? What do you like about being on the autism spectrum?
I like about being on the autism spectrum is really good math and stuff. And what I don't like is that normal people do not understand me.
So Alex, in case you didn't hear him, he likes being on this autism spectrum because he's really good in math and science. And that's an understatement, because Alex just got the Presidential Achievement Award for math from President Obama. And so we're especially proud of him for that. And his low point was that being on the autism spectrum, normal people don't always understand him. And just so you guys know that the lights are kind of bright here, and Alex is kind of sensitive to light. So he has a pair of sunglasses on, and sometimes his eyes, they do bother you, right, Alex?
Yes.
But Alex says he has a lot to say, and we'll be getting on to more of that. But what's one of your dreams, Alex, that you want to do when you graduate?
And after I graduate college.
After you graduate college.
I plan on moving to Jamaica.
And what are you going to do in Jamaica?
Run a smoothie bar.
So you're going to run a smoothie bar, huh? I'm sure you'll be there, Andy, right?
Yes.
Yes. Because, you know, Andy, what's Andy's nickname, Alex?
Sir Eats a Lot.
Yeah.
Sir Eats a Lot. And why?
He likes to eat. His other nickname is Peter Pan because he doesn't want to grow up.
So his other name is Peter Pan because he doesn't want to grow up. Andy, is that true?
Yes.
Absolutely, right?
Right.
So Alex is going to graduate from high school, and he's going to go down to Jamaica. And the reason he wants to go to Jamaica is why, Alex?
Because it's warm down there.
It's warm down there, and that's important, right?
So, yeah, it's always warm down there. pretty much always summer in the tropics.
Pretty much always summer in the tropics?
Yeah.
Well, good. Next we have Andy. You want to introduce yourself a little bit?
Hi, my name is Andy Cables. I'm 28 years old. I live in Burlington, Connecticut, and on the autism spectrum, I have what's called Asperger's syndrome, and I work in focus.
And again, that's all part. When you think of autism, I think what Lucas said is so true, that it's a spectrum,
Yeah.
and you picture a rainbow of all different colors, and we're all different, and no two of us are alike, but we all have a lot in common, right?
Yeah, right.
What do we have in common, Andy?
Me with everybody, or just you?
Yeah.
Well, you mean people on the spectrum?
Yeah.
I would say that we all struggle to find acceptance, so to speak, right? And sort of fit in our own niche, so to speak. Yeah.
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 I threw that at you. Usually,
yeah.
that was a trick question.
But that's okay.
For you, right?
Yeah. I had to think a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, and you did a great job.
Thanks.
You did
Yeah.
a great job.
Yeah.
What do you like about being on the autism spectrum?
I like the memory that I have. And I love music and sports, so I really and movies too. So I can remember a lot of things about those things. So.
Yes, and he's also our GPS at times.
Yeah.
We have two of our guys who act as our GPS. Andy knows every route
Right.
to anywhere we've ever been,
Yeah.
and his memory is fantastic.
Yeah.
And at some point, we're going to do a call-in show for sports trivia.
Yeah, my friend Chris and I, who's also a member of the panel, but he's not here today, but he wants to do a sports show with he and I together. So.
Yes, because they know everything
Yeah.
about everything, and you
Right.
can actually try and stump him.
Yeah.
Which would be good. What don't you like about being on the autism spectrum?
The social anxiety that I portray. So.
That you have, yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? The funny thing about Andy is that he has more problems when he's not on the
Exactly.
panel with anxiety.
Yeah.
Like you stutter when you're not.
When I'm not on the panel,
panel.
like every once in a while, I stutter a little bit, but then when I'm on the panel, I just never ever stutter. So.
And why is that? Do you think?
I mean, I've always felt that I just rise to the occasion, like when the pressure gets greater. So.
So, dude, Sir eats a lot. Our little Peter Pan.
Yep.
He rises to the occasion.
Rises to the occasion.
Right.
Yep.
And he also, everybody loves your smile, Andy.
Thank you very much.
You know.
Yeah.
They
Me too.
always feel like it too.
Right.
All right. And then we have Colleen.
Hi, I'm Colleen. I'm 20. I'm from Farmington, Connecticut, originally from Plainville, and I am a third-year direct care staff at Focus.
And what do you do during the year? Where do you go?
During the school year, I go to Clark University. I'm going to be a second semester junior this coming year, and I am a communication and culture major and an education minor.
And a very hard worker.
Yes.
Very hard worker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you like about being on the spectrum?
What I like about being on the autistic spectrum is that I'm very creative, and I can think of different things to be creative with stuff. What I don't like about being on the autistic spectrum is that it's hard for me to feel accepted and feel like I belong places, because sometimes my disability gets in the way of me fitting in.
And some of the shows that we're going to do in the future are going to be talking about, like you and Emily have a life in college, and we're going to be talking about different. Andy, you've had experience with college.
A little bit.
And well, you have an associate's
I do,
degree.
yeah.
Yep. And so there's a lot of different topics that we want to be able to share with you and talk about some sibling issues and bullying. So we hope that you will stay tuned for future shows. Anything else you'd like to add right now?
Well, actually, I'm in the honors program at Clark University for my major, communication and culture. And this year, I'm going to be doing an honors thesis